Okie dokie. Finals, folks. And this, despite not having a white source, is definitely a keepable hand. Got our white source right here, and we have a 2-drop red creature, so not going to mull that. And let's see what we're up against here. Our opponent chose to play last, which is pretty highly unusual. So I'm not exactly sure what he's playing. Another Simic deck? Oh, that's a good good draw. Dark Simic. See if he wants to make the trade. Well, it turns out I did that incorrectly. I should have played the Boros Keyrune and then left up the Skinbrand Goblin. My bad. But I would definitely prefer to trade the Goblin for the Skyjack. I can do that. But then I can't play Keyrune. Ah, screw it. It's okay. I'd rather trade the Goblin rather than the Skyjack. So, didn't quite do that play ideally, but that's okay. Death's Approach. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Yeah, I would have been able to play Thunderfist this turn, so it's a little bit of a problem. But that's okay. Let's bust out our Keyrune now instead of the Transport, just so we can guarantee we get that Thunderfist out next turn. Drakewing. I do want to Homing Lightning that eventually, but for now, I think it's wiser. I guess we could do Syndic plus Transport. Let's just drop the Thunderfist. The reason I want to drop the Thunderfist now is kind of to motivate him to play Hands of Binding or any other Cipher spell for that matter. So then the Homing Lightning will look much, much better. Plus, we're actually going to be winning. We're winning that race. All right. All right, so now we do Syndic plus Transport Extort. Currently can still win this race, so not necessary to kill Drakewing based on this current board. If he gets a good blocker, I'll just kill it with Homing Lightning. Alright, now we're just going to go for the race. Alright. No need to bust Homing Lightning. Curious what's in his hand. Nightveil Spectre. Alright. May have to kill that, I think. Guess I could do it on my turn and extort off of it, but then I can't activate Keyrune. Alright, let's just kill it now. Ooh, Night Watch. There we go. Let's just do that right now. Good little extortion. Oculus. Alright, we can still swing in pretty comfortably. So he eats Syndic, and he has to trade with a knight. Unless there's tricks. Or I guess, yeah, that works too. Alright. I mean, he did take care of our extort, but he's got to have another block. Alright. So we just out-creatured him. Outspelled him, if you will. So he's got a fair amount of removal. We don't really have a ton of ways to get 2 for 1. We have the skin brands. We have the tricks. But we could play this as a, I mean, you can always play this as a creature and this as a creature. I mean, and these two. It's really just we have to be conscious of when we're doing our blood rushes, what his mana situation is, what his spell situation is. So far, we only saw Death's Approach and Devour Flesh. So both of those, I mean, one being sorcery, one being uncontrollable in some situations, in the case of Devour Flesh. So our tricks are still fairly good. We have good removal. Nightveil Spectre is pretty good, but we have outs. We have good outs to that. I think we're, based on that game, we look fairly well positioned. This is a great hand. Great hand. Syndic into Skyjack Extort is pretty good. Into Armored Transport Extort. Next turn I can do Key Rune Extort, but I think we want that transport out there. Simic Manipulator. Ooh, that could get annoying fast. Alright. Ooh, not anymore. Awesome. Alright, let's just do a transport, extort. And get in there. Racing pretty fast. Cryptgast. Fairly good. Alright, let's just get in there. Just taking it all. I'm going to remove all my auto yields just in case. So now I'll respond to him trying to make the manipulator bigger. Because he'll try and gank my Syndic. I'll just kill it when he plays a creature. I guess it doesn't play around like Spell Rupture or anything, but which we know he does have. So he could have Shamble Shark, and then he's going to try and surprise steal. That's pretty good. Alright, let's go for it. I'm pretty sure we can get lethal here. He has Grizzly Spectacle mana. Let's go for lethal here. Make him a Grizzly Spectacle. Aetherize. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, pretty damn good. Alright. Yeah, let's yield to that. Alright, well, I'm gonna kill Manipulator, sadly, because he'll start ganking my guys otherwise. Alright, and I want to extort off of it, so. Did not play around the Aetherize. So I ended up losing a Skinbrand Goblin and basically my board, but not much I could do about it. Did not play around the Aetherize. I mean, nice thing is I can continue to extort off of my Syndic, so then it'll at least be a matter of who sees more spells. But he's extorting as well, and Cryptghast is vastly superior to Syndic of Tides. Okay. We still get priority too. Psychic Strike. Jeez. Wasn't expecting that. Tell you that much. Alright, if I play Keyrune, I'd only have access to 3 mana. I think we want to drop Transport and Skyjack here. Just in case we get Spark Trooper, maybe. Alright. Yeah, we're just going to swing in. Alright, I feel pretty good about that. What's he dropping? Drakewing? Alright, I can deal with a Drakewing. Wow. Alright. Hopefully his Martial Glory does everything I want it to. Now, does he have a second Aetherize? It's always the real question. Let's go Martial Glory. Go for lethal. Wow. Took down that draft pretty fast. That was satisfying. Homing Lightning was doing tons of work. What else was doing tons of work for us? That was a little bit of a surprise. Armored Transport. Lost to it last draft. This draft, it was getting in there pretty consistently, so pretty impressive. I'm definitely surprised. Not that this deck necessarily won, but it did it pretty fast. It was getting there pretty fast. All right, that was awesome. See you next time.